Namaste, my name is JVN Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you steps of production planning and control in subject dairy plant management and discipline is food and biotechnology. In our previous session, I teached you all about what is production planning and control, its advantages and its importance. In this session, we will talk about its step. First step of production planning and control is production planning. Production planning may be defined as the technique of foreseeing every step in a long series of separate operations, each step to be taken at a right time and in the right place, and each operation to be performed in maximum efficiency. It helps entrepreneur to work out the quantity of material, manpower, machine and money required for producing predetermined level of output in given period of time. Second is routing. The main aim of routing is to determine the best and cheapest production planning and control. Production planning, production control planning, routing, scheduling, loading, dispatching, following up, inspection, corrective sequence of operations, and to ensure that this sequence is strictly followed. In small enterprises, this job is usually done by entrepreneur himself in a rather ad hoc manner. Routing procedure involves following different activities and analysis of the article to determine what to make and what to buy, and to determine the quality and type of material, determining the manufacturing operations and their sequence, or determination of lot of sizes, and determination of scrap factor, and analysis of the cost of the article, and organization of the production control forms. These all are the routing procedures. Loading. The next step is the execution of the schedule plan as per the route chalked out, which includes the assignment of the work to the operators at their machines or workplaces. Gantt charts are most commonly used in small industries in order to determine the existing load and also to foresee how fast a job can be done. It is a type of bar chart that illustrates project schedule, and the charts explain the start and finish dates of terminal elements and summary elements of a project. Scheduling is the last of the planning functions, and it determines when an operation is to be performed or when work is to be completed. The difference lies in the detail of the scheduling procedure in a centralized control situation where all process planning, loading, and scheduling for the plant are done in a central office. The details of the schedule may specify the starting and finishing time for an operation. On the other hand, the central schedule may simply give a completion time for the work in a given department. Then production control. Production control is the process of planning production. In this, in advance of operations, establishing the exact route of each individual item part or assembly setting, starting and finishing for each important item, or the finishing production and releasing the necessary orders, as well as initiating the necessary follow-up to have the smooth functions of the enterprise. Then dispatching. Dispatching involves issue of production orders for starting the operations. Necessary authority and confirmation is given for movement of materials to different workstations, movement of tools and fixtures necessary for each operation, beginning of work on each operation, recording of time and cost involved in each operation, movement of work from one operation to the another in accordance with the route sheet. Then inspecting or supervision of work. Dispatching is an important step as it translates production plans into production. Then follow-up. Every production program involves determination of progress of work, removing bottlenecks in the flow of work, and ensuring that the productive operations are taking place in accordance with the plans. It spots delays or deviations from the production plans. It helps to reveal defects in routing and scheduling, misunderstanding of orders and instructions, underloading or overloading of work, etc. Eighth is inspection. This is mainly to ensure the quality of the goods, and it can be required as effective agency of production control. Ninth is the corrective measures. Corrective action may involve any of those activities of adjusting the route, rescheduling of work, changing the workloads, repairs and maintenance of machinery or equipment, control over inventories of the cause of deviation in the poor performance of the employees, certain personal decisions like training, transfer, demotion, etc., and may have to be taken. 10th is the replanning. Replanning is not corrective action. Replanning revises routes, loads, and schedules. A new plan is developed. In manufacturing, this is often required. Changes in market conditions, manufacturing methods, or many other factors affecting the plant will often indicate that a new manufacturing plan is needed. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much for watching this video.